Welcome to season 3 of the Powder Room Show. Yes, yes. So we are getting started with season 3. As you can see, I am here alone by myself, but don't fret, because we will talk about that later on in the show. But yes, I am hosting the show, or actually this season, by myself the whole time, but we're gonna welcome you. We have some new things for you for season 3. Our show has changed. We're gonna get into some weekly tea. Now let me tell you something, weekly tea is not celebrity gossip, because I can care less about what celebrities is going on. It's more so like the things that's going on in the world that we need to discuss, and it might just be my own personal tea that y'all need to hear, and that's funny. Anyway, let's head on to the chair and let's get started. Hey guys, welcome to the Powder Room Show season 3. I'm so excited because as you can see, look at me, y'all. My set is like a set, right? Anyway, so like I said in the beginning of the show, we're going to discuss weekly tea. It's like some tea that's going on either in my life or in the world, trending topics, just some things I want to share that's kind of funny or that might be serious. That's not necessarily part of the show, and then we'll get into the main topics, and then towards the end of the show we're going to do a show shout out. Now the show shout out is something or someone who is deserving of some great promo or publicity because of what they're doing in the community, or anything that they're just doing positive to uplift people. I love to give shout outs to people who are doing something positive for everybody else. So let's get into the show. Y'all ready? So the tea, I already explained that to you guys, so we're going to get into the tea next week. But let's talk about me being by myself. So this episode is called Your Own Journey. Now, as you can see, I don't have a co-host, and I'm perfectly fine with that because I knew this day would come. When I first started the Powder Room Show off, I wanted to have a panel of single mothers on the show. Almost sort of like the Real feel, like the feel of the Real or the Talk or the View. You know how that is. And I was like searching and searching and searching for all these women, single mothers to be exact, to be on this show with me, but it just didn't pan out to be that way. Long story short, I found Miriam. She actually is a friend of mine we go to the same church, and I asked her to do the show with me, and she was very excited to do the show with me. She did the show with me for 2 seasons. During that time of the Powder Room Show and its taping and filming, Miriam was going through some personal things or soul searching, so to speak. And so now, fast forward to season 3, this is why she's not here. Now, let me say something. It's nothing negative. I actually applaud her for going after her own journey. I have to realize that this show in my network or whatever is just my journey. It's something that I need to do for me and something that I am very passionate about. And one of the things or the lessons I have to learn is that I cannot force anybody to be a part of my journey. If God has a different path for someone else, how are you gonna be mad at that? Like, seriously, like I cannot be, first of all, I can't be mad at God because I'll be wrong for that. But secondly, the world does not revolve around me. So in saying that, when we were getting ready to do season 3 and write out shows and kind of get a feel of the new Powder Room Show and just the new network and how to revamp and rebrand ourselves, I spoke with my co-host Miriam and asked her if she still wanted to continue this journey with us. Unfortunately, she expressed to me that she does not want to continue the journey, which is fine. Now let me say something. I don't hate anybody who is upfront with me and who tells me like, girl, this is just not me no more. I don't want to do this. From day one, me and Miriam had an open communication about her doing the show and whatnot. And I always tell her, just keep the lines of communication open, and that's what we always did. So when we were on the phone, she expressed to me how she was very proud of me and how she was excited for me because she knew that I'm going to be this big person in this particular industry that I'm trying to reach for or whatever. And I was like, wow. And she just decided she wants to pursue her own purpose. Now, I know y'all thinking like, wait a minute. She wanted to pursue her own purpose, and that is perfectly okay. Everything, like I said in the beginning, does not revolve around me. If Miriam wants to pursue what God is leading her to do, by all means, I support her 100%. And I'm so grateful and thankful that the first 2 seasons, she was here with me. So now I was like, you know what, Lord, this is an opportunity for me to do what I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to be a talk show host. Let me tell y'all, when I was little, I used to watch, y'all remember Jenny Jones? I used to watch Jenny Jones. That she was my favorite, and she had Rude Jude on there. Y'all remember Rude Jude? Rude Jude was the bomb. He was cute too. And I love Jenny Jones. That was my favorite talk show host. And I used to watch Oprah, of course. And I used to watch all the women like Sally Jesse Raphael, Ricky Lake. Ricky Lake was one of my favorites too. So I inspired to be those type of women, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. And now, since we are in the world of influencers and YouTubers and social media, and especially since things have kind of taken a turn from the climate that we're in right now, what is the perfect time to do this? So as Miriam decided she wants to go on her journey, I said, you know what? This is the perfect time for me to rebrand myself. So here you go, season 3. I'm all alone, doing this on my own, my first show. I was very nervous, at the same time excited, because I felt like I can't do this by myself. Like, who wants to sit here and listen to me talk their ear off all day? Though I like to talk, but I had those negative thoughts in my mind, and I was like, you know what, no, I said I wanted to do this. This is going to be my start. So I appreciate all my supporters. And I just want to say I love you guys, and I just thank you guys for being on this journey, and I will not disappoint. Also, I want a lot of feedback too. I'm open to feedback. I'm open to opinions, because guess what? I have to kind of sort of quote unquote please you guys, because you guys will be watching me. So I want to know what my viewers, my supporters, my fans would like more to see of. Like, what do you guys want me to talk about? What are some suggestions for the show? Do you guys have a suggestion for a co-host? Like, what's the deal? You know? So, but going back to your own journey, I feel that it is very important for people to search for what they're really passionate about. Do what you're supposed to do. A lot of times we bring people on until something that God wants us to do by ourselves, and that He entrusted us to do by ourselves, and He actually gave us the power to do by ourselves, but we might be a little fearful, afraid, lack of confidence or whatnot. But if God told you that you're going to be a person to do that, go do it. You don't need no help, okay? You don't need no one to hold your hand. You don't need a crutch to stand by you. And I'm not saying that Mary was a crutch for me, but because I think that's kind of negative. But what I am saying is that I am very happy for her and proud of her stepping up and saying, you know what, girl, I think it's time for me. I see you going after your dream, your purpose. I see how confident you are. I see how you're excited when it comes to the shows. I see how you put your all, lights, camera, action, makeup. You know, you really do it as if you are like you have a set. And I've heard that plenty of times from my co-hosts or my guests that come on the show, how I'm very professional on the level that I'm at, and I'm not even there yet. So I very much support her as she supports me. It was no falling out, no drama. It ain't gonna be nothing in the tabloids, okay? It ain't gonna be nothing in the tabloids. Nothing, no TMZ asking me like, Miriam, LaShae, what happened? Y'all gotta be. It's gonna be none of that, because I'm the kind of person now, I'm of age and I'm mature, and I'm okay with people going on with their life and searching for what they feel is necessary for them or purposeful for them. In saying that, I just want to say, yeah, I love Miriam, and I hope she continues to watch and support as she said she would. So I'm going to ask her. I'm going to be quizzing her too, like, did you watch the show the other day? I'm going to be asking her all that, okay? So let's talk about resentment. A lot of people think that, a lot of people might feel resentment towards someone who may have done or separated in their journey. I do not have any resentment, and I don't think I will ever have any resentment, because like I said, we've always kept that line of communication. And I can't be mad at anybody who wants to pursue their own journey. Like, she has 2 children, and she has in mind of how or what she wants her life to be like. And so do I. I have goals set for me and my son and how I want our lives to be set up to be like. So I think it's very important to really do some soul searching when it comes to your journey. And I always say that if you have an extra day, or you're living another day, or you're waking up the next day, that's an opportunity for you to get things right, to find out what your purpose is. Like, what is your purpose? What is your journey? A lot of times we want people to go with us on our journey, and it's okay. You might have friendships where it kind of like separated, but it was nothing messy, it was nothing vindictive, it was nothing drama filled. It was just that at that season in time, that person was there for you during that season, during that time of your life, and then it's okay for it to transition, to move on. And I think when we realize that life is about transitions and adapting to new things, then you will make your life much easier. It won't be so much of a hassle and trying to fight and find out who you are and what you're supposed to do. Just roll with the punches. And this time around, I was like, you know what? I still want to continue to do the show. And it's okay if I'm not going to have a co-host, so I need to adapt and roll with the punches. And good, look, I got my cute little set, I got my little flowers, my candle and stuff, my little mug. Well, y'all seen this last season, my mug or whatever. But I have my whole little setup, and I had to do it what fits me, my personality, and whatnot. And you know what? I'm actually excited for this new journey. I'm excited to see where it will take me. I'm excited to see how I can stand on my own 2 feet, to see if I was really whack. I mean, y'all can tell me if I'm whack. Like, I'm a big girl. I have my big girl panties on. I don't get that easily. My feelings don't get hurt that easy. So let me know, like, girl, you need a co-host. I was sick of hearing your voice the whole show talking about nothing, just rambling. Let me know so I can kind of work on that. But I feel like as the days go on, I will get better and better. Once I get used to it, once I get familiar with the camera by myself and not having to do this. Because I kept doing this in the beginning like somebody was right there, but nobody's right there. It's just me. It's just me and Jesus. Hallelujah. So yeah, I'm excited, guys. What do you guys think of me pursuing the Powder Room Show by myself? And we are also taking away the single moms getaway. And I'm telling you guys that because I want to be open to everybody. Not knocking single mothers. I'm going to always support my single moms because I am a single mother. But I want this show to be open to everyone. It's a girly show, yes, but I still want to be open the show to everyone. So we're dropping the single moms getaway, and it's just going to be the Powder Room Show. So hopefully you guys can roll with the punches with this. I know this is a lot of change. I know. It's giving some of y'all type A people some anxiety. I know. Just bear with me. It's going to be okay. Take a deep breath and let it out. You're going to be fine. Trust me. If I can do it, you can do it. All right, so let's get into the second segment of our show, which is our show shout out. Now, I told you guys our show shout out is towards the end of the show, where we give a shout out to a deserving person in the community, a person who has a business. I like to promote people because I want people to promote me as well, right? So I was like, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. And a lot of these people probably don't even know I'm giving a shout out, which is fine, but that's okay. That's my business. As Tabitha Brown would say. Shout out to Tabitha. Hey, girl. Okay, so every episode I told you guys that I want to give a shout out to a deserving person. And I follow this young lady, and she's a mother of 7. She was married, but her husband had passed away. And I don't really know the cause of why her husband passed away, but he passed away. So she's a single mother of 7. And I've been following her and her son, actually. Kid of the Great is her son. He's been on a lot of dance competition shows. You guys might have seen him in some dance on Dance World and things like that. But I want to give a shout out to her. Her name, the mother's name is Tanisha, and her handle on Instagram is @momager415, and she's a deserving mother of 7 children who are all talented. Like, all her kids are in the arts. Like, they're dancers, they're choreographers, videographers. They do a lot of stuff, you know. And I want to give a shout out to her because not only did she lose her husband, but she recently just lost her son due to gang violence. And the thing that inspired me about her was she's still going. I mean, I can only imagine how it feels to lose a child. And we always say that our children are supposed to bury us. We're not supposed to bury our children. But I find her strength in just the things that she's doing. She gives back to her community. She's opened up a lot. She's opened up, I believe, 2 dance studios for children in her community in Sacramento. And she's just a businesswoman. Like, she's always on the grind. And though she is hurting, I'm sure, and she expresses that on Instagram, not as much, surprisingly, but she does express when she's having her bad days and whatnot. This woman is a fighter. Like, she just keeps going. And I just love her tenacity. I love her strength. I love how she finds purpose still in the fact of great loss, her husband and now her son. So she has 6 living children, and I just want to give a shout out to Miss Tanisha. Her, like I said, her Instagram handle is at momager415, and I just want to say, girl, you keep it up. People are looking at you. What you went through is not in vain. You are definitely inspiring us women who are single mothers. I can imagine, I'm a single mother of 1, so a single mom of 6. I can only imagine that, and then having to lose a child. So we want to give shout out to her and just show her some love. Show her some love. Anyway, we love you guys, and we hope to see you next time. Thank you guys for joining me on my first episode of the Powder Room Show Season 3, all by my lonesome. And remember, every day is a new opportunity for you to walk in your purpose, so make the days count. Love you guys. See you next week. Okay, so this tea. So I already explained to you guys what the tea is. So next, starting. Let's start over.
Look more in the camera. You keep looking away.
Okay.
It's new, I know. Cause you have somebody normally to play off of, to look to, you know, kind of break it up. But look more into the camera. You're doing good though, boo.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
What's the time, Kira?
I didn't set the time.
I'm gonna hurt you.
But it's 9 minutes. It has it on here. And so you don't want no more than 25?
Right. So 9 minutes. Okay, let me see. Because I know you can edit this part out.
Mm-hmm.
Give them future plans, future seasons, and doing the show. Oh. So yeah, let's get into that. What's my time, Kira?
14.
Dang. I still got a whole 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. I got some tea for y'all. So I was doing some research and I was like, I want to know.
Stop looking away from the camera. Start over.
Okay.